VoyMonk vlog number 65. On this vlog, I think what I want to do is I want to go into this week with the inspiration about asking questions. And I think more specifically, what is involved with not only asking a question, but also getting the answers. See, I think sometimes we can get so preoccupied with asking a question that we can fail to understand or listen to the answer. And I think sometimes we can get so involved with asking a question, we forget the reason why we're even asking in the first place. I think there's nothing wrong with asking questions. But I think in the pursuit of getting better answers, it is also important to maybe learn to ask better questions. And I know that seems kind of weird in a way, but I think one of the things that, at least for me, at the age of 46 and having lived the amount of life that I have, I think it's important to ask questions. I think it's important to live life in the moment. And I think it's important to understand why we're asking the questions to begin with. And the reason I bring all of this up is because one of the primary goals or points of this channel is living in the moment, being in the here and now. Because so often I think and I find that we can live for a different time, whether it's in the past or in the future. And then we tend to forget the gift that is in front of us. Some people would call it the present. I'm not trying to be clever by saying that. I mean, that is a very obvious statement, but what isn't necessarily always as obvious is that throughout our lives, I think we spend most of that time seeking, longing, looking for something else. I think I find it also pretty typical that in the pursuit of whatever it is we seem to want to get, many times I think, and I don't think that I'm alone in this, that once we have whatever it is that we think that we want, we sometimes often find ourselves undervaluing it, sometimes not appreciating it, and sometimes being over or underwhelmed with just what it means to have as opposed to want. An idea versus the reality. And I've mentioned that before, but in this week I seek to kind of challenge myself to kind of ask that question in these vlogs. Maybe give my experience a little bit in terms of what that means overall as we have entered into the year 2025. And so much is obviously taken place and so many things have yet to take place. But I imagine, just as I've mentioned in the past about being a person who loves the 80s and 90s and really thinks highly of the pop culture and the experiences while living, I do look back and recollect those things for a lot of different experiences, both good and bad. But I think in some ways many ways, forgotten. And I would probably say in many times or many situations that I've encountered with those who have kind of been in the same boat, or at least expressed some of the same ideas and feelings, that many times it's the not realizing and understanding while in the present that has sometimes led to the path of the seeking, because being in the present and appreciating the now, I think, can sometimes be very underrated, despite the knowledge and the oftentimes said and stated that enjoying the moment, however you can, however you'd like, however you want to, is very important. So the rest of this week, I'll be doing that seeking and sharing my thoughts, not only on just life in general and enjoying it the here and now, but maybe some things that are going on. So until my next video, vlog, voiceover, now video voice vlog, take care.